Sorry for no Apex Daily Laugh at the beginning of the video, but I've been rocking on this setup right here at my in-laws house, and yeah, it's pretty scuffed, so rated on a scale from 1 to 10. Ladies and gentlemen, the patch notes are finally here, and I just found something in it that I cannot believe, or the lack thereof also, and it is quite crazy. This was going to be a crazy video, so like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let's go for 5 likes on this video. Probably one of the greatest things you'll see today is the fact that they actually made a little bit better of a battle pass, it seems like, and I'll play that battle pass trailer in the background of the video while I'm going over some stuff. Firstly, let's say happy Halloween, because Alpha Intel let us know that there are actually 0 buffs or nerfs in the Season 15 update when it comes to Legends. However, all Legends will now be unlocked to use in the firing range, so you no longer need to own the Legend just to simply test them out. Thank you to Nico Rogers for tagging me in that over on Twitter. But a big scary one, as there's no Legend buffs or nerfs. Now, I know that there's got to be this sense of, you know, we can't always be progressing, because if we are, then we might, you know, leave a good state of the game. And if the Legends are currently really balanced right now, sure, we might not need to make a big change. However, I think having Legends being nerfed and buffed throughout a season definitely gives some incentives to go play some new Legends, or maybe go try the season out because your favorite Legend is now back in meta. To have 0 Legend nerfs or buffs is probably a little concerning for a lot of you. I'm interested to see what your take on that is down below. Another thing that's a little scary about these patch notes, I gotta be honest, is it's probably the fact that there's no Legend buffs and nerfs, but they're really small. There's not a lot in this that we did not already know. We obviously know a big portion of it was Catalyst and her abilities, and so new Legend Catalyst takes up a big spot of it. Broken Moon takes up a big spot of it. You know, the map rotations, which we already knew, and the gifting, which we already knew, stickers, which we kind of already knew. We did get a little bit more of an update about the UI. I told you guys they finally did change the UI. That was something I was really happy to see, and they actually said right here that they made a new UI tab navigation system and presentation. I was glad to see that, because I think that this has been needing a U-Haul. I mean, a U-Haul. Yeah, let's just go ahead and give Apex a U-Haul. I mean, an overhaul. Now, there were some really big complaints back in Season 14 that a lot of people seem to be really aggravated about, and they actually did make some changes in regards to those in these Season 15 patch notes, and these are the ones that I wanted to highlight the most. First thing foremost, all battle royale maps. I remember when so many people were aggravated about this and wanted Respawn to revert this immediately. Then people began to like this idea, and now when people started to like it, they decided to change it back. So ring 1 for all battle royale maps, the pre-shrink time has been increased from 60 seconds to 90 seconds. I think in the Season 14 update, they not only made one of the zones like close quicker, maybe 2 of the zones, but I think they also made round 1 or round 2, like the ticks of the damage go even more. So it's like they doubled down, and it was like a really strong change. And a lot of people were saying they should have just done 1 at a time instead of doubling down and doing both, because you don't really know how that one change is going to make the whole game feel different. And so now they're actually changing that a little bit by making it go back from 60 seconds all the way back to 90 seconds. So if you've been having issues in the game where you feel like the zone is just closing on you too fast, you don't have enough time to loot, this should theoretically give you about 30 seconds of grace period here. Now, I am a little bit disappointed the fact that there's no Legend nerfs or buffs. However, we do have some weapon nerfs and buffs that I do want to talk about, because some of these are really big. I'm going to go through all of them just so you know what is there, and then I'm going to point out and highlight the things that I'm thinking are making some big changes here. So first off, the crate rotation. The Mastiff has returned to the floor just like we anticipated, but it's the RE45 that enters back in with the disruptor rounds. The new gold weapons, things that we do not really care about: R301, Devotion, LMG, 3030, EVA 8, Prowler, and then the Anvil receiver has been added to the crafting bundles here for the R301. So that's a hop up we have not seen in this game in quite some time. Definitely interested to see that back in the game and see how it does. Some of you have actually never even used that hop up. Comment down below if you've never even used it. The double tap trigger has also had some changes here. The rarity tier has been increased to legendary instead of just being an epic, and improved recoil for burst fire on the scout. And then we also have some changes here to the turbocharger for the Devotion and the Havoc. They said that the damage has been reduced by 1 when equipped. Now, I'm not sure if this is going to make a very drastic change. However, it is a slight nerf that you can consider. The turbocharger is probably one of the best hop-ups in the game. Also, the hammer point rounds have had a change as well. They have removed them from the floor loot and crafting bundles, so hammer points are now out of the game. I'm interested to know what you guys think about that. Now, the boosted loader also has been removed from the floor loot and crafting bundles. To be honest with you, I don't even ever use that thing, so I'm kind of glad. I just feel like it was cluttering up the loot pool as well, because if you have a skull piercer that's in play for the wingman, everybody wants it over the boosted loader. Yes, I guess it is a different tier. It does have a different purpose, but I just don't don't feel like the boosted loader was all that great. The kinetic feeder has also been removed. Same thing. I feel like that thing never really is practical. I feel like it is just so situational, so I'm kind of glad they removed it as well. The crafting rotation has made a change as well. The Spitfire enters the crafter. Amazing move right there. Love to see that they did that. Peacekeeper enters the crafter. A little sad to see the PK go. However, I understand because the Mastiff is now back down on the floor loot. The Havoc returns to the floor and the P2020 returns to the floor. The Rampage LMG, however, has had a change as well. It begins charged on first time pickup from the supply drop, but has removed heat decay over time. Rampage is a gun that I said the other day, I don't think anybody would be crying if it left the scene, and I don't think anybody would really care if it got removed from the game. I would much rather them see them adding a new gun to the game or something versus having this gun still be in the game. However, it is worthy to note that the Sentinel and Rampage did get a change together, and that is the fact that you can now recharge the Rampage and the Sentinel before the previous charge has expired. So if you're running low, you want to go ahead and charge it before you jump into a fight, you can now go ahead and do that and it'll restock it. The Mastiff also has had some more nitty-gritty changes, and that is the fact that the ammo capacity has been increased from 4 to 5. They've also widened the blast pattern. The damage per pellet reduced now from 14 to 11. Projectile growth reduced, and also you can now cancel your reload with an ADS. I'm not sure how I feel about that, because sometimes I like just ADS while I'm reloading just to get a better vision, I guess, and I don't want it to really cancel my reload. However, it is worthy to note that you will now have your reloads canceled if you ADS with the Mastiff, I assume. The RE45 has had a damage increase from 12 to 14. Disruptor increased damage against shields by 30%. L-Star has had a reduced recoil at the beginning of the pattern. Stow animations also have been adjusted to better match timings. Volt SMG has had a reduce on a projectile speed, but an increase on the projectile gravity. Triple Take has had a rate of fire increase from 1.2 to 1.35, and the choke charge has had a time reduction of 1.1 down to 0.75. The R99 has also had an increased blue magazine size from 24 to 25, an increased purple magazine size from 27 to 28, and the PK has had a projectile growth reduced. There's a couple other things that they put in here, like they fixed some bugs finally. They also said that they had some quality of life updates, which most of that just seemed to be the new UI, which I am very happy about. They also said they're doing a dev team beta testing on DirectX 12 on PC. All of that is great, but one thing I wanted to note, man, is that it is not a good thing to see a lot of the community members disappointed in these patch notes. Now, I understand they can't always make big changes like we want to see, but with the big changes like this, with a big map like this, with a big update like this for season 15, we were definitely hoping to see something a little bit more drastic of a change. And this has not honestly been spoiled by any leaks. I know some people will say, well, it's because the leaks spoiled everything. It's really not that, because a lot of these changes we did not know. It's just the fact that they're so small and no one really cares about some of these changes to some of these weapons. And the big thing we can draw away from this is that the map better play well, the new legend better play well, and it better be a lot of fun, because there are not a lot of core changes on these updates. Rindo also saying the same exact thing, saying, okay, don't get me wrong, but I'm kind of disappointed in these patch notes, and I think a lot of people feel the same as well. I saw a lot of the comments saying the exact same thing. So happy Halloween, everybody. One of the scariest things you'll see all day is the fact that a big season like season 15 is dropping with very little to zero patch notes, and a lot of people are worried about that. Hopefully it all plays well. Hopefully the map feels good and the legend feels good and the gameplay feels great. Maybe some rank. Oh gosh, there's no rank changes. Oh my gosh, we're screwed. Oh my gosh, guys, we're actually screwed. Like, I just realized that, like, we're doomed. If there's no rank changes other than this, is that the entry level requirement has been increased from level 10 to level 20. Make sure to like the video. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. I'm a little worried, not gonna lie. I'll see you all in the next one. Take care of yourselves. At Vibrate, only positivity. We're still gonna love each other regardless of what happens. You know, we still love each other as a community. And until next time, later, Gators.